quickly move through this. And yeah, thank you everyone, and thanks Eric. So just very briefly, Pan Global has two projects, really it's three projects in two large areas, both in Andalusia, which is the southern province, autonomous province of Spain. It's where Spain has its longest and most established mining pedigree. It's a long mining history and a number of big operators in the area. So it's a good part of Spain to be working in. Spain has excellent infrastructure. I think it's ranked in the sort of top 10 worldwide for infrastructure. We've just reported results of our first drilling program in one of the projects, and we're about to start drilling on our project in the Iberian Pyrite Belt. We've got an excellent team on the ground. We've got a track record of discovery, both in Spain in the Pyrite Belt. We know how to operate in that jurisdiction. So just the Agulhas project is in the north. We're targeting iron oxide, copper, gold, and also polymetallic lead, zinc, silver vein and breccia systems on major structures cutting a large batholith. The other target, the Escacena project, which is in the south, that's in the Iberian Pyrite Belt. And you know, as Eric said, it is the foremost VMS district in the world by any measure, both in terms of the scale of ore deposits, the amount of metal that's being produced. You know, it's a tremendous metal province. Discoveries are still being made there. You can convert exploration success into mines. So just looking at the Agulhas project, the area, we've got about a 16,000 hectare area. It's a large land package. We have no neighbours. It's a very easy area to work. We can drive up to most of the targets. So we're fortunate in that regard. This slide shows sort of the main target trends, the iron oxide, copper, gold, and them sort of highlighted in red along the northeast trend. And the polymetallic trend on the northwest orientation. Also shows the location of our recent drill holes. We completed about 20 holes for about 3,000 metres. Just looking at the polymetallic trend, and just this is a long section with some of the recent results. So we've got, the drilling at this stage is very wide spaced. The average spacing is about 415 metres apart. But, yeah, with the best drill holes, we're getting sort of 5 to 10 metre wide intervals, averaging more than 150 grams per tonne silver equivalent. And within that, some very high grade intervals, you know, looking at 22% or 800 grams silver equivalent over about a metre, and similar intervals in a couple of the other holes. So some really high grade within those zones. And the best holes, we're looking at 1.1 kilometre spacing between before the next nearest hole, and one of them, more than 500 metre spacing between the holes. So we've got a lot of room there. The deepest intersection is about 150 metres below surface. So it's completely open. The results we're seeing wouldn't be out of place in some of the operating sort of polymetallic vein systems in Mexico or what I've seen in Peru. So I think we've got a good start. Just a cross section. One of the holes we hit. It was a very interesting result. It looks like we've hit a breccia pipe of some sort, a highly fluidised breccia. It contained some of the highest intercepts we saw in the entire program on the polymetallic trend, had some copper in it as well. So the breccia wasn't evident at surface. We don't know the geometry of it at this stage, but it's a very interesting result at this early stage. And next nearest drill hole from this intersection was 700 metres away. So a lot of room to work. So just looking at the IOCG trend, so we drilled 7 holes on the copper trend. Forward in this anomaly, this is about 3.1 kilometre long soil anomaly. We were only able to access the southern part of this target, and as Eric was saying, we've fortunately we've had a breakthrough in terms of obtaining access to the northern sort of nearly 2 kilometre part of the widest and strongest part of the soiled copper anomaly. So yeah, we're looking forward to drilling that area, you know, as in the next few months. So just looking at the best drill hole, we've got sort of intervals in, well, each drill hole hit anomalous copper wherever we hit this sort of very intensely altered breccia system, multi-stage breccia system. And what this hole shows is the copper increasing down hole, and before the mineralisation gets chopped off by a post-mineral fault. We don't think we've hit the full width of the mineralisation here, and we further to the south we hit intervals of this IOCG style breccia over about 90 metres thickness. So so it looks like the copper is increasing to the north into this area where we've just managed to get access. So again, just to look at this area where we wanted to drill, and we were held up by the farmer. So it's a very strong copper anomaly. We're getting sort of multi-% levels of copper in boulders and occasionally an outcrop along the trend. We've also got indications of ancient mine workings along the trend as well, probably Roman or pre-Roman. And we've also got a very strong IP chargeability anomaly over the best part of the soil copper anomaly. So we've got 5 drill holes planned as soon as we can get ourselves organised to go back there. So just quickly looking at our other project, the Escacena property, which is in the Iberian Pyrite Belt. It's over in the east, and this map just shows the geology and the location of most of the sort of major deposits. But you know, we're talking about 7 or 8 super giant VMS deposits, plus 100 million tonnes, some of them as much as 300 million tonnes. So it really is elephant country. We're very close to a couple of the giant or big deposits at Asnocoyar and Los Frailes, also at Las Cruces a bit further down the road. So we've got big players in the area as well. You've got Lundin, Grupo Mexico, First Quantum, Trafigura, and a number of other operators. As I said earlier, people are still making exploration discoveries in the Pyrite Belt. So it's a phenomenal mining or mineral-rich district. Just sort of zooming in on the Escacena property, it's shown in yellow there. We've just added another property to the north, and highlighted in pink. You can see the proximity to the Asnocoyar and Los Frailes deposits, and Las Cruces a little bit further to the east and to the northwest of the property, the original Rio Tinto mine. So we're in a great district. Our interest there is 2 large gravity anomalies, each of them about 1.5 kilometres long. One of them is untested. That's the Cañada Honda gravity target, and the inset in the north shows the gravity anomaly at the same scale as the Las Cruces gravity anomaly. And the other target is to the south, the La Romana gravity anomaly. That had some historical wide-space drilling that Exxon did in the mid-1980s that confirmed massive sulphide. Again, there's been no further follow-up on these since the 1980s. So I think the significance of gravity anomalies in the Pyrite Belt is that most of the big discoveries made in the Pyrite Belt in the last 30 or 40 years have been found by directly drilling gravity anomalies. So to have an untested gravity anomaly so close to a big deposit is a really unique situation. And I ran Rio Tinto's exploration program in the Pyrite Belt for several years when it was the company's largest exploration program in the world. So it's a really unique situation. So we've just completed 2 lines of gravity and IP over each of the gravity targets. And these results only came out in the last week or so, and we've confirmed the gravity anomalies, and we have coincident strong chargeability in low resistivity targets. In other words, conductors sitting underneath these gravity targets. It's an excellent result. Our plan now is to drill one hole into each of these targets, and then we'll use those results to help calibrate further geophysics and help with further modelling of the gravity and so on. So it's an excellent start, and exactly what we wanted to see when we did the geophysics. So I think it looks very promising. Right, just in sort of conclusion, just a quick look at the capital structure. The company has about 95 million shares out. The insiders hold about 20 to 25% of the stock. We have about 0.7 to a bit under 0.7 million in the bank. So as I said, we've got some drilling planned to start in the next couple of weeks on the Pyrite Belt projects, and we've got quite a lot of drilling ahead later in this year as we go back and follow up the polymetallic targets in the Agulhas property, as well as drilling in this area, the IRCG target. So we've got a lot of work and hopefully a lot of good results to come in the year ahead. So thanks very much.